Hey, what's going on, everybody? So the Miami Hurricanes had a scrimmage today. It was a full scrimmage. It was great to see. It was their 13th preseason practice. Again, they're going to get started October 29th with their lone exhibition game, and then the regular season starts November 6th. Today was great. It was great watching these guys. You kind of go at it, again, 20 minutes on the clock, 2 periods. So just a full scrimmage, and the way it was set up with the white team and the projected starters, the 5 projected starters with Nigel Pack, Bensley Joseph, Wooga Poplar, who was a full participant today, and then also Matthew Cleveland and Norchad Omier going against the orange team. Mostly young guys, newcomers, and some returners like AJ Casey, Ja'Kai Robinson, and also Kristen Watson, to go with the freshmen, Paul Jobe, Michael Nwako, and then also Keyshawn George. So it was great watching these guys. 91-84, the white team came out ahead. The orange team was out in front the first half. They led at halftime, and it wasn't until the second half where the white team finally got it together and went on a nice run. And really, the star of today, the most impressive player of the scrimmage today, without question, was Wooga Poplar. He had 31 points on the day. I'll have full stats on the website, InsideTheU.com. I'll put a link below so you guys can see that if you're curious about how other guys did. I'm not going to run through all the stats. I don't have them all tallied right now. But again, Wooga did a great job. 31 points, led all scorers. And what stood out to me was, and it's kind of with my conversation with Dewan Hernandez, you could see that article on the website as well. And just, Wooga's taken this scoring leadership role. Like, he's going to look for shots. He did great today in terms of knocking down mid-range jumpers. He did a great job slashing to the basket, penetrating and getting and finishing at the rim, and then also knocking down threes. So he's really doing a good job kind of getting buckets in different ways. And I thought also defensively, he did a good job. He was mostly off the ball, although Keyshawn George, a freshman who also really impressed today with the orange team, handled the point guard responsibilities quite a bit with that orange team. And Wooga guarded him, there in that second half quite a bit. Bensley Joseph kind of had the responsibilities early. And I thought Wooga did a good job, whether he was defending off the ball or, with his on-ball defense as well. So overall, a good performance. Coach Larinaga, I heard his message to the team afterwards. He did say with 91-84, he felt like a lot of guys played well. This was his message to the team, but he feels like the defense wasn't quite as good as they're capable of. So it's something to pay attention to moving forward. I thought there were moments defensively, I thought whether it was switching, defending pick and roll situations, or even at the rim, there were some really nice blocks. I thought Matthew Cleveland, did a good job protecting the rim, and Cleveland also turned some of that stuff offensively into some buckets, going to the basket. He was mostly great at finishing at the rim, still working on his jumper. There were a few missed shots in there, but Cleveland certainly showed flashes at times. So certainly there's definitely reasons to be excited about Wooga's third year at Miami. If you've paid attention to a lot of the off-season stuff, or even at the end of last year, there was just a lot of excitement about Wooga and what it would look like for him in year 3, and he looks great. He's looked great in practice when I saw him the other day, and then again today, just really scoring at will, really. But another thing that really stood out to me today that I think fans should be really excited about is just the play of Keyshawn George. He stands out literally at 6'8", a guard. I knew he could play off ball, and I'd seen some of the comments that, they feel like the coaching staff feels like he can play different spots. And today at the scrimmage, handling the ball at a point guard position, really did a good job finding his teammates, passing the ball over the top of guys, either on defenders, and he could just see the floor. You could tell he's just taller than most of the guys on the floor. So he did a good job there. And then also driving, I thought he did a good job, penetrating with his ball handling ability at his size. Certainly he's got room to grow, in terms of his abilities and things like that as he continues to adjust to the college game. But fans are going to be really excited to see him and watch him play. And again, his passing was on point, ball handling as well. But I thought he did a good job knocking down shots. He's a very good three-point shooter. We saw that today. Also in the mid-range, knocking down some shots there. So I think he's going to be a high-impact player for Miami. Certainly he's looking like to be that first guy off the bench. And it'll just be, because I do think Bensley Joseph, again, a projected starter. I think it's still kind of a work in progress in terms of how it looks there in the backcourt. I thought the white team offensively got a little bit stagnant at times. And I think that's what eventually kind of got them down in the first half, whereas the orange team did a good job with their ball movement and also rebounding. Another guy that I thought did really well today was Michael Nwako, and I know that they need him kind of in that backup 5 role behind Omier, coming over you know, as a freshman as well. And I thought he looked much better today than what I saw the other day as well in practice, and knocking down threes. I thought he was dunking. He was kind of making shots over Omir, so he did a good job there. He had some rebounds. Like I said, knocked down a three, and he just, you know, free throws were good too. So I thought Nwako did a good job today. And again, young bigs, or certainly it takes them a little bit of time both ways, defensively and offensively, as things change. But, you know, just his experience with prolific prep, a highly talented, challenging schedule that they faced there at the high school level. So I think that helps them. I think it helps these guys. So a lot more will be on the website. Just want to post this video and kind of talk about what I saw. It was great, you know, again, seeing these guys, and I love seeing full scrimmage action. Again, 20 minutes on the clock. It stopped just like you would expect. The only thing different about this is you're just not going to have those subs. Again, Miami 11 scholarship players, so it was 5 on one side, 6 on the other. So the 5 starters for Miami all played the whole game. So anyways, definitely thanks for checking this out. If you have any questions, comments, definitely drop below. And again, plenty more insight and information, some more details that I'm able to get into more will be on the website. But hopefully you have a good rest of the day. Thanks for watching, and take care.